Hi everyone, this is Neurocruit. So Neurocruit is a portmanteau of the words neurological and recruitment, and our mission statement is to help those who see the world differently to find their place in it. So Neurocruit is everything but your conventional recruitment agency. So I'll talk a bit more about that in a second. But first, I wanted to ask, what is neurodiversity? Show of hands if you've ever heard of the term neurodiverse before. Something you've come across, and that's great. So a lot of knowledgeable heads in the room about neurodiversity. So you've probably heard of the terms ADHD, dyslexia, dyspraxia, maybe even autism. But what you may not know is 10% of the workforce currently identify as neurodiverse. So this next slide kind of teases that out a little bit more and illustrates it further. So here we see 4 types of neurology. So as you can see, the largest type in this diagram present as allistic, or with a form of atypical neurology not associated with autism. So this is basically to illustrate that the chances are you already have people with atypical tendencies working in your organization. And neuroatypical is just another word for neurodiverse. And I can tell you exactly what neurodiversity looks like in the workplace. So this is me. So this is me on stage, and I'm someone who would have qualified as one of Neurocruit's clientele. So 10 years ago, I embarked on an international career on the world stage, from the US to the UK to New Zealand and back again, as a professional soprano. So I was living the dream until one day I found myself burned out with a vocal injury and a broken ankle. A few years later, in the throes of embarking on a brand spanking new career, I would be diagnosed with ADHD. So my life and my path changed since that day forever. In a world where corporate norms are being thrown into disarray, there's a need to integrate people who think and act differently into organizations. Neurocruit exists to find and make a fit between gifted, neurologically diverse people who can excel in organizations evolving to meet the extraordinary challenges of our times. Businesses who partner with us will access new talent and adapt their systems through in-house training with a focus on virtual and remote events. You will receive a deep and lasting impression of how to adopt neurodiverse friendly practices into your office, and you will have an untapped resource of talent at the touch of a button. We have a view to create a living database of over 500 candidates who've undergone unique personality mapping and virtual training and tools that go far beyond a CV or resume. So how can these candidates augment your business practices? Quite simply, studies have shown that neurodiverse candidates boost innovation through diverse thinking, adaptability, momentum, dynamism, and disruption, immediately setting your business apart from the herd. They will identify and anticipate future needs invisible to a neurotypical employee. In other words, think of your neurodiverse hires as posing a particular set of skills that make them a nightmare for your competition. So in conclusion, corporate goals are rapidly changing, and organizations need to find fresh thinking talent or risk being left behind. Businesses need to structure company culture around innovative thinking. If companies embrace the spectrum, you can expect to change old patterns of business to not just survive, but thrive in these emerging times. Specific skill sets which neurodiverse candidates offer include problem solving, planning, creativity, dedication, attention to detail, and information processing. On top of that, neurodiverse workers are independent, forward-thinking, and at the forefront of challenges posed by COVID, flourishing in the lockdown period, which has seen them deployed in a way that optimises their skills. Your neurodiverse hire is the person for the job. So that's my presentation, and I'd love to hear from you. But at the moment, we're looking to run a series of pilot workshops to trial and test the content of what we're going to be offering virtually and in-person training. We're also looking for organisations to partner with us and to buy a product. So the information there, neurocruit@gmail.com, and you can reach out to me on the number there listed as well. Thank you so much.